GMT has adopted a zero-tolerance policy with regards to safety and health. All employees are expected to follow the safety rules and procedures, which can be found in the company handbook. All offenses in the zero-tolerance policy are intolerable and are subject to immediate termination. All operators on the steel wool machines must use the following safety apparel: safety glasses, gloves, and steel-toe shoes. Dust mask, earplugs, caps, or hats are optional, but strongly recommended. GMT has 9 steel wool machines. Every machine has a unique number associated to it. This video is about M1. 2 types of wool normally produced on this machine: stainless steel wool. Grades are coarse, medium, and fine. Carbon wool, grades 3 and 4. The machine consists of turntable, wire straightening section. The main body consists of 3 separate beds. Each bed has 2 drums, 35 wires to cut on each bed, and 11 knives cutting. Each bed is driven separately by a motor through gear reducer. Rewind section, fume exhaust hoods. Stainless steel wire is placed on the turntable. Wire moves through the wire straightener section, is wound between drums of each bed. After first bed is completed, the same wire goes to the next bed, where it is wound between the 2 drums, again until the process is completed for all 3 beds, and the wire enters the rewind area. Operation of M1 starts with examining the machine and the surrounding area for any obstacles or safety issues preventing the startup. It is very important that all safety guards are put back in their original places. Only after you are satisfied that it's safe to start running the machine, turn the power and the exhaust power on. The machine is equipped with an emergency stop cable located above the 3 beds, which can stop the machine in the event of an emergency. Normal stop can be achieved by the red button on the control panel, or the emergency stop cable. Steel wool is produced by shaving wire with a special steel wool knives, having specific amount of serrations, grooves on the cutting surface. The amount of grooves per inch is written on the knife. Each grade of steel wool is cut by different combinations of steel wool knives, which will be discussed by your trainer during the training process. This is how a setup is made on M1. There are a few different steps to follow when changing knives. Lift the knife off the wire. Unlock the tool holder. Slide the tool holder off the post. Place the tool holder on one of the knife changing posts located on the first and second bed of the machine. To remove the knife, unscrew 2 bolts holding the knife in place. Pick sharpened knife, visually checking it for chips or other irregularities on the cutting edge. Each knife has a specific amount of serrations, grooves on the back. And on the top, knives are marked with a number representing the amount of grooves per 1 inch of the knife's width. Based on the grade of wool manufactured, please make sure the correct knife is used in the particular tool holder. Place the knife into the tool holder and tighten the bolts. Move the tool holder back to its original knife setting post, lock it in place, and set the knife down to the wire, applying more and more pressure until the cut is at the grade scheduled. Once all knives are changed on first bed, operators start changing knives on second and then third bed. More pressure should be applied to knives after all of them are changed until mic is at the designated number and you are making a quality product. Operators on M1 will make 7 to 8 setups in an 8-hour shift. Wool is collected and reeled up. When an operator starts to cut the scheduled grade of wool, the cross-section of wire becomes smaller and smaller. The cross-section of wire is shown in this picture, where you can see the cross-section of wire after each bed of the machine. The wire at the end of the machine is called rewind wire and is wound on a metal spool. The size of the rewind wire going on a spool at the end of the machine is extremely important, as it determines the productivity and efficiency of the cutting process. Cutting too much wool from the wire can cause wire breaks. Cutting too little does not allow for the most efficient use of this raw material. It is determined that the best size of rewind wire on M1 is 0.024, which is monitored by an electric micrometer located at the end of the machine. Wire is an extremely important element for proper operation of a steel wool machine. In preparation to loading wire on machine, wire should be checked for size. Done by using a micrometer, needs to measure between 0.122 and 0.120 inches. Roundness. Done by using a micrometer too. While measuring the size, rotate micrometer should turn freely. Cast. Cut one loop of wire, be sure no bends, lay on floor, and measure diameter across. Should measure 19 to 34 inches. Helix. While loop is on the floor, measure if any of the height end is off floor. Should be no greater than 1.5 inches. After coil end is finished, another one is put in its place. The end of the finished coil is welded to the beginning of a new coil using the wire welder. Take two ends, one from machine, one from coil. Try not to have any bends. Place an end into the vise on welder and file end smooth. Do the same with the other end. Place both ends into the jaws of the welder, being sure wire maintains a straight, continuous circle. While slight pressure push ends together while turning on switch. Welding will stop on its own when at minimum space left. Lock wire to vise. Break off excess weld tabs and file smooth. Don't overfile. All machines occasionally have wire breaks. Some breaks are caused by welds. Some breaks are caused because of tension. When wire breaks, operators must stop machine immediately, which will significantly reduce downtime of the machine. Some operators will be trained to fix breaks. While fixing the break, it is important to put the wire back into proper groove to eliminate crossed or turned wires. When machine is ready to go, safely start it up and maintain proper productivity, efficiency, and quality. Neat and orderly work areas enhance accuracy, safety, and confidence. More importantly, we encourage our customers to visit GMT throughout the year. Therefore, an orderly, clean environment is consistent with the quality of products and services. It is the responsibility of each employee to keep his or her work area neat and presentable. This will help us maintain the high standard of excellence expected in our industry. We have constantly improved working conditions and work environment. We will make every effort to continue this and expect the same level of commitment from our employees. Welcome to GMT.